Hi everyone, this is Coach Brian out at the beautiful Southern Hills Plantation Club in Brooksville, Florida. And today we're going to talk about chipping basics from a face-on view. So we're going to talk about 5 specific things, just in brief order, just so we don't lose your attention. But once again, the 5 things will be setup, backswing, weight transfer, contact with the ground, and then last but not least, will be sticking that finish. All right, so with our chipping basics face-on, our step 1 is getting into a good setup. And remember, the key things with a good setup that I like is, once again, a little bit more narrow stance. I like the feet to be just slightly wider than club head width. That's going to allow for us to still have good balance, but also to allow us to get reduced margin of error through impact. The next thing with setup is I do want to see either 50 or 60% on my left side here. And then once we take that good grip, we should be in good shape. On that backswing, we want to see once again, our hips remain relatively quiet and mainly just a shoulder motion. So once again, it's just those shoulders and those arms maintain that triangle position. And I'm trying to keep my wrist out of it as much as possible. Especially the more beginner player, the more I try to keep wrist out of play, because let's be honest, in daily life, your wrists are active nonstop. So the hard part about golf is keeping those wrists quiet on certain parts of the swing, especially in a chip shot. So if we have that little triangle motion, once again, hips staying relatively level, and we're just rocking that club back with our shoulders, very little wrist, we should be in good shape. And that'll bring us into step number 3. Which step number 3 is making sure we make a good weight transfer. And once again on this shot, I like to lift up my back foot just a little bit. You'll see some tour players who do, some who don't. That's once again just basically creative freedom at that point. But we do want to see about the extra 20 or 30% of weight transfer to that lead side, because we want to hit down on it each and every time. And that will bring us into our 4th point, which is making sure we make good contact with the ground. I want to make sure I thump that ground each and every time. Not that I'm actually going to take a divot. It's okay to see a little bit of dirt, but I want to really just, hear that little thump, right? And I want that thump to be consistent. I would love for my tempo to be consistent with that, which obviously with a consistent tempo, we can get consistent contact with the ground. And then our 5th step, last but not least, is making sure we hold our finish. And when we hold our finish, I want to see those hands right at waist high and that club pointing down slightly. So therefore that lead wrist remains flat. The biggest thing I see with a lot of beginners and even players who've been playing a while is too much wrist flexion there. Too much of the club going up, which is gonna, once again, create inconsistencies in that swing. So to be as consistent as possible, I would love to see you stick that finish each and every time, hands right at waist high, and once again, that club pointing slightly down there. So once again, we have as little opportunity for error as possible. All right, everyone, thank you for joining us for our Chipping Basics Face-On edition. Once again, this video was meant to just be a little guideline for helping you improve your chipping, whether you're about to have your first chipping lesson with me and I referred you to our YouTube channel, or whether you're just finding us through the web. Either way, we're grateful that you're here, and we hope you improved your chipping by looking at this video. And please feel free to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook for more instruction content on how to hit better chip shots and also how to play better golf by practicing better. Thank you so much. See you next time.